Hello everybody, it's Leanne with tonight's class. We're going to do techniques tonight. It's Monday night today on my Facebook page, and we're going to do Stamp With Me Live. So I have to admit, I forgot about this. Thank you, Trina, who reminded me and said, you're going to be live tonight? I'm like, yeah, I forgot. So thank you, Trina. You got me back on track. My calendar did not remind me, and I had it on my calendar, but I needed help to remember. so yeah, anyway, kind of a quick technique class. So I didn't give anybody heads up, which I usually do on my Facebook page. I give you the weekend, usually to get on board with me and maybe prepare some pieces, but today I'm just going to offer a free class and show you a technique that we'll use with blends markers. So yeah, let me know if you're here, you're watching. I appreciate that. Give me a comment. Hi Katie, thank you for joining me. Hi Brenda. So yeah, anyway, the fourth Monday night is supposed to be Stamp With Me Live, and I did forget to post something. I usually do it on Saturday, maybe Sunday, give you a heads up to prepare some pieces, but we're just gonna do a little free technique class today, show you some ideas. Now, these were the projects for last month's Stamp With Me Live. I don't know what to call these. I think I called them angled corner cards. I don't know. Somebody give me a good name for this technique. I had somebody on my Facebook page ask me, what's the name of this fold or this layout? I have no idea. So maybe we can name it. Anyway, so those people who posted their version of this card layout by yesterday were in the drawing for a free embellishment, and there were quite a few people that did this. I'm so happy to see that. It was wonderful to see the different ways to show our double-sided cardstock, designer paper. So thanks so much for doing that, and I heard a lot of positive comments on the layout, and you are very happy with your cards, so that's awesome. So the winner, and I don't see her on here yet, was Ginny Regala, and she is from Minot. So thank you, Ginny, for sharing yours, and it was shared on my Stamp and Share page. So that is called Flower Bugs Stamp and Share, and that's where tonight's card will be also. So if you want to do the technique that I'm going to show tonight and share your version of the technique, you will be in the drawing for a free prize. So congratulations, Ginny. Yay, Jenny. So awesome for sharing that. Okay, so we're going to do a technique, and it's going to involve some blends markers and alcohol. I have alcohol filled in this little spritzer bottle that I've had there for a while. I did put fresh alcohol in today because I wondered if maybe it was a little bit diagonal center. That's not a bad idea, Linda. Thank you. We'll see what else comes up. Okay, so we are going to do an alcohol blending technique. I'm going to show you some of the ones I did today while I was playing around. So here are 4 that I did. They kind of remind me of shaving cream. This one, let's see, I have down Cajun Craze, Pecan Pie, and Pebbled Path. So very different. And actually, no, this isn't the one I did. Yes, it is. I did add some yellow last minute. After it was all done, I thought it needs a little more, so I added yellow, and you can see a little bit right there. And you can see that I was playing with ink. This is not dirty fingers. This is inky fingers. So I didn't use a glove, which I'm going to do tonight just because it looks better. This one is Orchid, Oasis, and Light Blackberry Bliss. So that's the pink in there, very different. That color comes up as blackberry. So this one is Blueberry Bushel and Parakeet Party. That one looks a little bit more like the color should be. And let's see, this one's different too. Shaded Spruce with Pretty Peacock. Now, I don't see a bit of shaded spruce in there, but it was the darker color. So very unique how they turn out. Okay, I'm going to show you the cards that I finished using this technique. So here's one of them, and this one I did Berry Burst with Blackberry Bliss, and that's what it came out more Berry Burst than anything. That seemed to be the predominant color. And this green is, if you can believe, it's not the lemon lime twist like I used here, but it is mossy meadow and old olive. And it works. I mean, I had these, these die cuts were already done. I did stamp and die cut this one. Otherwise, everything else was in my scrap bin. So, and I shouldn't say bin. I have these baggies of when I do kits to go and card clubs. I have extra pieces, and so that's where I went to make these cards. I had these all done. This was die cut, but this one I did have to die cut. Otherwise, I love using scraps, and I just grabbed some. I'm like, oh, this will go with the berry burst, and this will go with the green. So yeah, I love using those those scrap leftover pieces. So these flowers are from the florist. Let's see, what are they called? Paper florist dies. So I've been using these quite a bit, and they are fun dies to play with. So lots of flower builder dies and some leaves and centers and accents. So that's what those are from. Now we're gonna just go ahead and play and see what colors we can come up with. Get these out of the way. So what you need for this is some, I guess, plastic or acetate. So this is my acetate sheet. This is basically one of those folders for school that I trimmed a pocket. It's a pocket folder. So it's kind of thick, clear plastic, and just open it up. And what I like to do is put a white piece underneath, because then I know where I'm coloring. So my plastic is ending, I guess this is my fold right here. So I kind of put it in the middle. So let's see, I got quite a few colors, and I think I'm gonna try, what is this? Dark Tahitian Tide and Dark Parakeet Party. Okay, so I use the wide end, and hair on here, of course, and just gonna scribble, and you can go wide, you can go long, whatever you wanna do. So I tend to use the dark first, so I don't get dark into my light color. So here's the Tahitian Tide. We'll see what this does, and just you can go over it if you're using the darker color. You know, I think this is going to be really pale. So just looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and add, oh, let's see, blueberry, I think. I'll go right over some of this. Just add some hints of a darker color. Scribble, scribble. All right, now I'm gonna spray with my alcohol, but first I'm gonna put my glove on. I'm gonna try not to get even more inky for using this technique. So I have a piece of white cardstock ready to put right on here. It's just plain old basic white. I didn't even use the thick. So I found that this doesn't blend by itself. So I had to use my fingers and kind of do some swirls, and I suppose that is what plays a big part in how this turns out. So it's going to turn a little bit of green, I think, because blue and yellow make green. Okay, right away I'm going to press all the way down because it wants to curve, and you want to get it, just the alcohol absorbs so fast. So that's what we got on that one. Kind of cool. And if you see an open spot like right there, I'm going to go back in and see if I can get some more color. Doesn't really matter, it's fine. So we'll let that dry. It looks a lot like Blueberry Bushel and Parakeet Party, which I guess that's what I used, only I added some of the Tahitian Tide. So similar, little more blues, greens in there, not anything really different. So then I'm going to take a paper towel, and I found that this does not want to come off your blends, even though it's alcohol. It should come off with alcohol, but I'm using a lot of pressure and pulling off the color from there so I can go to new colors. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can clean this glove. I have a little alcohol wipe here. See if I can get some of that blue off there so I don't get blue. Maybe I'll use a different finger. Okay, so I have another piece ready. We're gonna go into the red. So I'm gonna try, I haven't done a red one. So this is dark real red and light sweet sorbet. We'll start with the light. And ooh, that looks very pink to me, doesn't it? Sweet Sorbet, and here is red. I wonder how dark this will be. It's always such a mystery. Okay, now we just spritz. And I wish it would blend on its own, but it doesn't want to. So I don't know if that's the alcohol. I have 91% alcohol. And you know what I might try? I'm going to add a little more alcohol and see if that blends better. And you know, I did use the same finger, I think. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one. Very pretty. So remember, oh, that came off nice too when I added the alcohol on top. So remember, I have a white piece of paper. If you're just joining me, we are using alcohol spray and blends marker to create backgrounds. Missed a little bit there, but so here are some of the ones that I've done ahead of time. This one looks very fall-like, so that one a little bit muddy, but I think it'll be pretty with some other colors. So let's see what I have left. We're gonna do one more, and I can see I need to wipe this side off. I don't know why you'd think that with alcohol it would, yeah, there we go. We don't want to get any red into our purples. So this time, once again, my white is underneath only so I can see white on, and so I can see my colors. So we're gonna do purples. I think we're gonna do, let's see, this is Light Orchid Oasis. I should have had dark. I didn't bring the dark. Ooh. Okay, and then I'm gonna try, really tempted to use more of the blueberry. I want something dark in there. But I'm gonna end up getting, no, I don't think. I think I'm gonna try this. And I just did something I wasn't going to do, and that's to use my light marker last, but we'll try and avoid any other color. Okay, see what happens here. Okay, different finger. Just kind of mix it around because it just doesn't seem to want to go on its own. And then I'm going to do one more spritz. That seemed to work last time. So these are alcohol markers. Our blends markers are alcohol based. So they mix with the alcohol. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I didn't even turn it over, did I? Usually once that's on there, I will flip this over and press, but I'm not finding I need to because it's not that wet. Okay, I think, do you want me to keep going and do another one? I think this is called alcohol alcohol blending technique. I'm not even sure what this is called, Peggy. I should know that, but I don't. Let's see what else I have here in my bag of tricks. Maybe I could do an all green one. What do you think? Try that, all green. See if I can get a little more of that blue off here. Okay, it's so fun to play, you know, just really fun to play. So this is dark Granny Apple Green. And Shaded Spruce. What do you think? Should I add some blue in here too? I don't know. I seem to have a lot of blues, but maybe a little Parakeet Party, which is again a lighter color. Shouldn't be doing that. Probably won't make any difference. You know, I'm gonna go back over. I want it a little darker. See if that makes a difference. How do we know though? Didn't do them side by side. Okay, spritz with alcohol. This, like I said, this is 91%. And you know what I should do? Hold on, I'm gonna try this. Blend this, that's what I should be doing. Then lift, no, but then it dilutes it, doesn't it? Well, we'll see. I think it diluted it a little bit when I pressed that over. Oh, that's kind of different. I'm going to try going in here again because that's wet as well. Just fun to play. Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, definitely all greens. Okay, so I should write these down. So this was Granny Apple, Shaded Spruce, a little bit of Parakeet. This one was, if I remember right, Blueberry. Oh, this one was Blueberry and let's see, this is Light Orchid Oasis. So that's what, I think that's really pretty. This one, I think I used some, yeah, these two colors, I think. And then the first one I did, oh, and then the other one, this is Real Red with Sweet Sorbet. So quite different, right? So let's see if I can make this work. That's what we have here. These are what I did tonight. So who's gonna try this? No, it's not a lot of color, but it's really soft. And like I said, here are the cards that I made with it. And I'm gonna put together a couple more. I have a few more minutes yet. I'm not gonna use these. I'm gonna use, because they're actually, you know what? They're really dry already. Very surprising how dry these are. I mean, I don't feel hardly any moisture. And I just did this one, but the alcohol makes it dry super fast. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll try this one. Now, if I remember right, this one was going to be this, I believe. Okay, I felt like I saw some yellow in here, but you know, now that I look at this one, which one? With the peacock. They're very similar. I don't think it really matters. This has a little bit more blue, so I think I'm gonna use this one. All right, sorry. Oh, this one is too short. I think I have to use this one. Yep, I did pre-cut those ahead of time and I didn't bring over my paper trimmer. All right, so let's put this together and see what we got. So this is Blueberry with Parakeet Party. And this is Peacock. So none of the colors that I used. And I can see I'm not quite exact on my cutting, but like I said, I didn't bring my paper cutter over. Now this technique does tend to make the paper curl. So you do have to use a lot of good glue here. I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer. I can't handle that being so so off. It's just right here. Just a little too much off for me. Okay, that's a little better. All right, so that will go on the lemon lolly. And I know there's no lemon lolly, but I feel like it works. So, boy, this doesn't seem, is this what I was gonna do? Yes, I guess it is. Oh, we'll figure it out. So I started off, all of these white pieces, at least most of them were 3.5 by 4 3/4. I think this one might be a little bit shorter because it's not quite even on the center. And when I do that, I can get 5 pieces at a time. So that's why I chose to use a smaller layer. It almost is a little easier to play and not, feels like you're not wasting as much cardstock. Okay, so I think this is how I had this in my head. Something like this with, oops, sorry, with a little bit of these ferny things that were all left over. Something like that. And I probably will die cut a yellow center for that daisy to bring this back in. So isn't that pretty? So that, I'm just gonna leave that over here. I'm not gonna put it together just to keep on time here. Now this one, I'm just going to use this piece. Now this is Balmy Blue and Pretty Peacock again. I love Pretty Peacock. So let's see if my pieces were cut correctly. Yes, looks good. It's really fun to make your own background paper. So no, I am using basic white paper. Thank you for asking. I said it earlier, but yeah, this is plain basic white. Now you could use thick basic white if you want to. I did not. I used plain, thin, normal, basic white cardstock. Now in the past, when we had glossy, this was very pretty with glossy paper, and it tends to travel a little bit easier and not absorb so quickly, so you can play with it a little bit more. Okay, so I had these, if you can believe, these are left over. This is from my kit to go we just put together today. Still waiting on products. For those of you who have ordered the kit to go, they will go out hopefully the end of this week, because I'm waiting for some product. So it's all the pieces are ready. And you probably can't see this, but I'm trying to add very little glue here up in the air. I didn't plan very good. I should have brought my, let's see, that's what I'm gonna do. That's a vellum leaf. This is from the Gorgeously Made bundle. I had some of those extra vellum leaves from Club, and I had a few extras of these for my kits. So I have a few Gorgeously Made kits left. I think I have like 4, and then the, ooh, I guess that's where it's going. It just landed. And the One Horse Open Sleigh, I have 2 left. So this is kind of what I plan to do. I thought that was just a really pretty card or layout here. Balmy blue with peacock. I would not normally put that together. Would not be a thing. So there's a mini glue dot, and I kind of really like covering up the bow with my greeting. So I'm going to put my greetings, or my dimensional pieces, off to the side so they do not, oops, that's hanging over the edge a little bit. Let's move that over. So they do not land on the bow. I don't want my dimensionals to be on the bow, but I just added a mini glue dot there. So we're gonna move that away and do something like that. Okay, that one's done. I put that one together. And lastly, I do have one more. This one's going to be this one, which I thought was kind of a dull color. And it was actually Cajun Craze Pecan Pie, which is this, and Pebbled Path, which is this. So the Cajun Craze is kind of that orangey color that's on here. So first I'm going to make sure I cut it correctly. Pretty good. We'll add, this one's really dried curvy, so I'm going to add more glue than I maybe normally would, so it will stay flat. And it looks like, we'll see if that's off a little bit or not. Looks like it might be. I like to burnish or press the glue on the other side so I'm not smearing anything or getting which my hands are very inky. When you're doing techniques, you tend to get pretty messy. So that's just the name of the game with techniques. So hopefully you can live with it. Wash your hair. That should help. Okay. All right, yeah, I can live with those layers. And then I have these daisies. So I have this, and I felt like yellow went pretty well with this. And I had this die cut, this Hello die cut, and all these layers. But I feel like they should be sponge. They're a little bit bright. I don't know. What do you think? Are they too bright for this card? If I added the dark centers, which I could do, it might work. I have a few of those dark centers. I'm not sure this is gonna work. What do you think? It's very, I hate to use the word dull, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of something a little dull. I might not put this together. I might keep trying. Not sure I love it. You think the colors are great? I'm just not sure about the yellow with this. And I don't think, where's my little bunch of scraps? I think, yeah, mostly I have yellow daisies, pink daisies, and curry daisies. So those won't work either. I might keep looking for this one. I like the greeting. That's okay, but the yellow just doesn't seem to work for me. So I'm gonna wait with that one, see if I can find something else. But here are the other two that I did before the video, and then this one, which I haven't put together yet, but I will, and I need a center on that one, which maybe that gold center on that card could work. Or that dark, no, I think that's too dark. Maybe, we'll see. If you just joined me, we are doing the alcohol blending technique, or alcohol blends. So basically it's rubbing alcohol and blends markers, and you just get to play. So hopefully watch the video, and if you just join me, or try and get the whole thing so you can do it. Yeah, it is a fun technique. Candace, it reminded me of it's almost like a faux shaving cream. Don't you think this looks a lot like shaving cream? I do. I think it looks a lot like, I don't know whether it's easier or harder, but it's fun. Either way, it's fun. And you get to use your blends marker and some alcohol spray and whatnot and get to play. So now I will be sharing, putting up a post on my Flowerbug Stamp and Share page where you all can share your version of the alcohol blends technique. And then you get in on the door prize drawing. So I hope you do that. I hope you have some fun and try some different colors, and just, cut your paper into 3.5 by 4 3/4 pieces. Now remember, when you do that, I don't have my template here, but when you do that, use my template. You get 2 pieces this way and 3 pieces this way on your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Okay, so you can get 5 from one piece of 8.5 by 11 if you use my template. And I'll try and share that in the post of this video as well. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you try the technique, and please do it before the 4th Monday of August. I don't have the date. Maybe I can find the date. Hold on, look at my little calendar. Oh, there we go. And it would be the 28th of August. So you need to share your card by August 27th to be in on the drawing for a prize drawing, a prize. So I usually give an embellishment, a free embellishment. So yeah, hope you like the technique, and I hope you try it. It's just fun to play. Just have some fun and play. All right. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget, I'll be live tomorrow, my usual Tuesdays at 11 o'clock. And if you're watching on YouTube, please follow my page there, or follow my YouTube channel, and here follow my Flowerbugs Ink Spot Facebook group. So both of them, and give me a like and a heart and a love, and I appreciate all of that, especially sharing. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.